Good morning. It's about 5:27. We're leaving in 3 minutes to go do some early season scouting. But first, gonna make Papa some Joe. This is the first time we're stepping in the woods since last year. Last year was we had a little. We slacked a little bit last year for our hunting, but this year we're calling it redemption season because something's going to die this year. But anyway, next time you see me, we'll be on the truck. We're going to the woods, buddy. There we are. We're going to the woods.
Backwoods is back at it, y'all. Like Tanner was saying earlier, this is kind of our redemption season from last year. If we would have been in the woods, we had deer just almost seemed like it was tied to a tree. But we're back at it this year. We're going to move a camera over at one of our local WMAs. It's been sitting pretty much all year, so we're going to move it to a clear cut. They just cleared out last season. Beginning of the year, and right in the middle of that clear cut there is a group of persimmon trees, and there's one big oak in there, and there's really just one tree that you can hang on, and we ended up seeing a pretty good bit of bucks coming in that area. So we're gonna go over here and check it out and see what's going on, and all in all, it's just good to that first step in the woods is always a good one. So
we were looking through the pictures, older pictures from last year, and every one of us should have tagged out last year if we would have played our cards right. So maybe this year we'll tag out. What do you think?
maybe so.
Think so. We'll see.
Alright, we just got out here on this piece of public. We are here. How does it feel, buddy?
Feels really good.
We're excited. It's gonna be a good season. We've been talking about this day for a long time. So
I've been thinking about deer, brother.
we've been thinking about deer.
I've been thinking about deer.
We've been watching the hunt in public, so we just think we're all that in a bag of chips right now. Till we get skunked.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna walk into this area where my dad killed his first ever public land deer. This has just been a historical spot where bucks tend to just come to deer, especially during the early season. There's a good feed tree in here that always produces. So we're gonna get in here and see what it looks like. We know the feed hasn't started dropping yet, but got us finally, after years, I've never used binos, but finally got us a set of Vortex. So
I will be getting me a pair.
they planted all that. Alright, we're gonna get in here anyways, y'all. There's been some deer grazing through here. I just followed a trail and saw a limb that was broken. You can see where they've been feeding off of these leaves a little bit. It's the tops of them. Not a whole lot, just grazing through here. Just to follow on this trail, I just noticed that limb was broke on this small trail, and they've been grazing a little bit through here, just not heavy. There's the tree I set last year, and I watched 14 deer. I watched 9 bucks in here last year. I didn't make a video out of it, but I ended up, it got right at dark, and I kept trying to close the video out because I was losing light. And one of the biggest bucks I've ever seen on public land walked out. He was like 60 yards through this thick stuff. So right over there, this is kind of like a marshy area. It's not soft, but there's creeks that used to hold water that run all the way through here, and there's the feed tree right back there. So it's just real marshy, but right over there is a thick transition that goes just all the way around. And it seems like between right there and the far end, in the middle of that is where all the deer tend to bed. So they just kept coming up out of there. And I ended up seeing 14 and 9 bucks. So that was a good afternoon. All out of distance. I was just about 20 yards of the tree I needed to be at. So, well, bro, that camera's still on. These batteries lasted all year.
How do you know it's still on?
It just turned red. That's good battery, son. Got your natural brown blind.
Natural brown bear. Matt.
Me and Tanner just got done talking about how this spot was perfect for an early season hunt, because we just got to talking about bed to feed patterns, and literally these deer, they've got one thick patch right here, and I found bed after bed after bed as the seasons go, so I just tend to fall back in this area just to see if I could catch them off of it. And there's still deer all back here. We were walking around on the edge right there, and just trails all through there. So, but that's what we try to focus on early season, especially me. Everybody's got their own strategy on how they start their season off and how they hunt. Some go by historical, but for me, I like to find bed to feed patterns. And this is like a prime example here of that hunt. Got some turkeys running up there in the road, and a deer just crossed right here. Turkeys running, deer's running. Look, and turkeys is still up there. Looks like hens. The deer run down in that bottom. I was literally just about to say I've seen deer right here all the time. They gone.
She gone.
Oh, there's a baby. Done had some babies. All that love making over the spring. Kids is out playing on the slide. I'm gonna go into the shop and show y'all what we got going. It's a mess in here right now, but just some deer from over years that we killed. These were all private land deer. That was my first ever buck. Little 8-point, and I killed these two in the same week. Then cool story on this I'll have to tell y'all about one day. We ended up, long story short, he shot him. We were scouting. We came up on a big ridge, and we just happened to look up, and he was sitting there looking at us. We found him the next year. Shot him, dropped, and found him the next year, like 20 yards from where he made a big loop during the night. So, but anyways, all right, I wanted to get in the shop and kind of show y'all a gear review of what we're going to be doing, but for the most part, I wanted to show you guys what pack I'm using and what saddle I moved to this year. So let's get this stuff out of here. Sorry for the messy shop, y'all, but here's what we got going on this year. We've got the X2 Eberlestock pack. That's what we're going to be packing out with this year. Probably won't quarter anything up from where we're going to be at, but it does. It has the capability to do that. It's got plenty of space for me to keep my rangefinder, my milkweed, and all kinds of stuff like that. So that's the pack we're going to be using. Got our sis straps and all that good stuff over here. I've been using this platform ever since they come out with it. It's the original Predator platform. That's just what we've been using. It's good if you have small feet. Honestly, if I would like something, you know, their newer one's a little bit bigger, so I think we're probably going to move to something like that. But for now, we're using the Predator platform, and I use 2 Muddy Pro original sticks with the old cam system and all that. These were actually the originals. You can't really find these anymore unless you just run across somebody who has them. I just use 2 sticks, and I use a 3-step aider, so we're getting pretty high. And for our saddle setup, we used it all year last year, but we're using the Areo Hunter SHRIKE. This saddle has been like completely game changer for me as far as saddles go, from where I was to where I am now. And I'll kind of put that on and walk you guys through both of these packs, how they look on you and how they feel to me. All right, so here's kind of how the pack looks and feels. You've got, of course, your 2 straps, and you've got your strap that comes across your chest, just for that extra shoulder. Takes a little bit of weight off your shoulders, but what I like most about the X2 pack is the waist strap. For me, whenever I carry my straps in, I really like my pack to stay close to my back, and this really helps out. And you guys have probably seen pack review after pack review on this, but I wanted to tell you from my perspective, being a little bit smaller, how I like to travel in and be as lightweight as possible. But what helps me be so lightweight with this pack is how close it stays to my back. I can really get this in pretty close, and it's got packs on, like, slides right here on my side, whether you keep your phone in it, or I keep some wind detection down. That way I can, while I'm going, I can kind of do that and see where we're at with our wind, just in case the wind is shifting, especially early season, whenever we're going in on new spots or new areas. Even during the rut, we're just bumping around, bucks are moving, bumping does, so we like to know what our wind is doing as every hunter. So that's why I like this pack. It's really lightweight. With all my gear, I'm only at, like, I would say 10 pounds maximum. That's with my Lone Wolf camera arm. I used a Lone Wolf pocket arm for my camera mount, the Muddy Pros, and the Predator platform. So that's where we're at with this pack. So if you guys are looking for a good pack that stays close to you, makes you feel comfortable, you've got plenty of space and pouches, this is the pack for you. So, all right, y'all, here's kind of the saddle breakdown. So the big thing that they did different with this saddle is they had a built-in lineman's belt, which I love, because I don't have to have that extra weight in my pouch on my side. So all I have on my side pouch is my tree strap, and that's pretty much it. I keep some extra bullets or just extra stuff in there. But here's what they did different with the SHRIKE that has been like not a game changer, but it's been a big deal for me. I did upgrade the carabiner to a tethered carabiner. I just like theirs. So anyways, here's how it works. You just throw it around the tree just like you would your tethered strap, or whatever you guys use. And it's built in on this side, and you've got the extra place to put, well, I guess my carabiner got stuck, there it is. You've got an extra place to put your carabiner over here, so it's wrapped around the tree, and you tighten it and loosen it from here. So when you're going up and down, you can loosen it or tighten it. So that's what I like that they really did differently. The other big thing for me was the extra room in the saddle. So whenever you sit down, it kind of makes a whole hammock feel.
It's got a mesh backing.
Yeah, mesh backing. So that was a big deal for us. And I'll take this off and kind of show you guys. That's pretty much the only thing they did different. The only thing that's different on the Areo Hunter is they don't use am steel on their bridges. They just use the rope, which I kind of like, but then again, I like the way the am steel slides, so it's just preference. But this gets us by, and I like it. So it's easy adjustable. It's got the just adjustables right here. So here's the mesh. When you sit down in it, you can see it kind of expands in the middle.
It's breathable too.
Yeah, super breathable, and mesh just helps it even more. So, all right, guys, that's kind of a breakdown of the Shrike. So if you're interested in either one of those, like I said, this is Areo Hunter, and the other one's an H2 Eberlestock pack. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. We're about to start cleaning up the shop a little bit, getting ready for our upcoming deer season.
All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I got a couple of videos that we're gonna make more on my end at my house. I got a camera arm. I've been looking at a bunch of them, and you know, I'm more of a DIY kind of guy, so I like building my own stuff. My saddle setup, I did a lot of like self modifications just to make my life easier. I know some people can't afford the higher end stuff, and that's my case. I got a kid and I'm single income, so what we're gonna do is I'm going to build my own camera arm, and then gonna build my own arrows as well this year. That's something I've decided to do. We got an arrow jig here, a bunch of fletchings, just going through it, getting everything ready for the season. So hope y'all enjoy this video, and y'all stay tuned for more to come.